Unique Network es una parachain de Polkadot que está ambientada a los NFTs. Para los que no sepáis, Unique Network, una de las características principales es poder fraccionar estos NFTs. De hecho, su colección es la de SUBSTRAPUNKS, que cumple con estas características. En el vídeo de hoy vamos a ver la entrevista que pudimos hacerle a Greg, que es el CTO de Unique Network. Dicho todo esto, gente, espero que disfruten esta entrevista.
Hi Greg, I'm Bra, nice to meet you. I want that you explain us about what is Unique Network.
Hola Bra, mucho gusto.
Thanks.
Unique Network is a parachain in POLKADOT ecosystem that was created to specifically be optimized for NFTs. We can run up all sorts of NFTs. We can create some complex structures of NFTs like trees or maybe nested NFTs. We can refractionalize NFTs and do a lot of interesting stuff.
So that's amazing. I see that Unique Network is willing in Substrate. Why do you choose Substrate? Why do you choose the ecosystem from Polkadot? I think that is some interesting for the community.
First of all, it's a very vibrant ecosystem. It's the energy with the community is very nice. I think it was a very big part of the decision. Another thing is, of course, because the substrate is very flexible, it allows us to do very many things that we cannot do with any other SDKs like Ethereum or Cosmos, even Cosmos. Because we can customize it to whatever needs we have. Like for example, sponsoring. We have in our chain we have a feature called sponsoring. This is when we can pay users fees and not let people not worry about the token. They can have an NFT and transfer it. Well, I can transfer an NFT to you, and you can transfer it back to me, and you won't have to deal with the cryptocurrency. This is simple user experience.
I want to know something: which is the difference between Unique Network and the other projects of NFTs that we have at the Polkadot ecosystem? What you offer that is different to the others?
Main difference, well, all projects are good. Well, what I can say, some project is the best, or some project is the worst. The thing that puts us, separates us from other projects is probably the flexibility. We're building Unique keeping in mind that we want to give NFTs to everybody, to every project, to enable basically every project with every custom requirements, whatever the requirements they may have. We should be able to help them implement them. That's why we created this system that's very flexible, that allows us to customize NFTs whatever way you want. This is probably the biggest difference between Unique and others.
Do you think maybe that the future not from NFTs but yes from the Unique Network is more work in the ecosystem or work with the real enterprise that we have in the real world?
Of course, we have to expand to real world at some point. The ecosystem is very nice, but it's rather small.
That's a problem. If you want to escalate, you need to push your product to another market.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. So we're trying to attract more people, more users, and not by we always have, when you bring some new users, you have to keep in mind, so we have to help them do something. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. We started with building something that would be simple to use, and that's I think this is still the most important thing for mass adoption. But of course there are some other important points too, like regulations and maybe developer experiences is also important. But we certainly need to go outside of community and attract more users, maybe who weren't in crypto world before at all.
So, do you think that Unique Network is a network designed for the users, normal users like me, or do you think that Unique Network is more designed for the maybe developers that they want to do his own NFTs, or maybe some people like me that they have a community, they can launch his NFTs. If I will start right now to make my NFTs for my community, do you think that this will be easy to start? I don't know any about development and something like this.
You can always start using unique with unique wallet, where we have a minter. If you have a bunch of pictures that you want to turn into NFTs, you can do this without any knowledge. You don't need to know any programming for that.
That's good.
Of course, you won't be able to create something sophisticated, some complex application. But that's how it works with any programming. You can build something out of building blocks. But if you want some custom logic, of course you will need to know some coding. But yeah, of course you can get started without any complex knowledge. And for developers, we're trying to do the same thing actually, because developer experience is very important for adoption too. You know that Web3 developers and Web2 developers are two separate groups, and there is actually 2 orders of magnitude difference between number of Web2 developers. And we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to create a very simple experience for developers so that it feels like Web2 development, but at the same time you're creating something on Web3.
So, do you think that you can say something more about Uni Network that a user they don't know right now? You would to let him to know.
We started into our journey with attracting some artists. It was very non-tech crowd. And we're still trying to bring some more artists to Unique. We have a couple of projects that help us do this. This is Lemonade social project and Art Pool, and we work with Digital Art for Climate. This is the initiative to reduce carbon footprint for NFTs. We have also marketplace with them. With all of them, you could you could use them as a platform for minting your NFTs, not just our wallet, of course. And we have more plans to attract gaming and maybe some event engagement, but this is in the future. Yeah,
that's important. So thanks, Greg. If you want, I want to ask 2 questions that's not about Uni Network, but always the community expect about the other parachains. And the first question is, what do you think that Polkadot needs?
Well, I think the biggest, we all need community, and we all need simplicity to attract people and to actually let them understand what's happening. Polkadot is awesome; it's amazing technology, but sometimes it may look very complex. And especially for the users, for the developers who never developed for Polkadot, I remember my shock back in 2018 was I was learning about it, so it's if we can, and I think they're moving towards in the right direction. Because I see a lot of good documentation being created, a lot of videos and tutorials. It's much better than it used to be, and I think that's the right path.
So the last question is, what do you think about gaming booth? But you only have 10 seconds. There starts now.
Okay. Well, super smart guy. He's he's very. We're looking into the future, very far away, and I think I'm out of my 10 seconds. Yeah, but.
So, thank you very much for being in my channel. I think that the community will appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks to you for accepting this interview. So, we will soon.
Y bueno, gente, espero que les haya gustado esta entrevista. Yo personalmente ya lo había escuchado en NFTs in Prague. Realmente pensé que yo me iba a estar aburriendo en NFTs in Prague, pero no, sinceramente me gustó bastante y es por eso que decidí hacerle una entrevista. Espero que les haya gustado este vídeo. Como siempre, ya saben, dejarse su me gusta si es que es así. Y como siempre, muchas gracias por estar un día más aquí y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.